Whew.
How are you sitting outside right now?
I am melting right now. This big ass water right here. The camera's up this high, so you can't see my sweat marks underneath it. It is warm.
It's keeping your hair in place today. Right?
Oh my god.
It looks good. It looks good. Sweaty but nice.
Dude, my forehead, I'm like, cool. I decided to fucking cut my bangs before summer. Great. So my forehead drips. So gross.
Oh shit.
It's so gross.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're late, everybody. It's my fault this week. I wish I could blame Miguel, but my fault. Sorry.
What do you call it? You can't always blame me.
Tell him it's
go
his
ahead.
fault and he gets the problem fixed. Miguel. God.
Sorry. My bad. That's my bad.
What do we pay you for, Miguel?
Call it.
Wait,
I thought it was for my charm and good looks.
You mean you're not paying him? No, just kidding.
You're not paying him? I'm not paying him.
Oh shit. Yeah.
We pay him in getting to see us once a week.
That's his praise.
I would like a refund, please. Oh!
Damn.
Whoa. You calm down. Oh my god.
Anyway, let's hop into this because I have some things to say about this particular Would You Rather.
Okay. Oh yeah. Would you guys rather find a rat in your kitchen every day or find a roach in your bed every day?
Rat in the kitchen because my cat and or my dog will be on top of that shit.
Good point.
Now, is it a different rat every day?
Why would it be the same rat?
I
It got away.
Have you seen like the Green Mile, where like he has a little trick mouse?
His little friend.
Or Ratatouille?
Bojangles.
Yeah, Mr. Pajangles. Well, what if it's a rat that helps me cook, okay? What if it like pulls on my hair and makes me the best chef in the world? What then?
I love that movie.
I love that movie.
Honestly, I'd rather find the roach in my bed because I don't want rats in my kitchen. I cleaned the shit out of my fucking kitchen. Recently, I just did. It was bad. You guys saw it, but
I'm just getting the heebie-jeebies thinking about a fucking cockroach in my bed. I hate cockroaches. I've never seen a cockroach until I moved to Bakersfield. So the first half of my life, we knew them as like, it was like worse than getting head lice if you ever had them in your house. And then we moved to Bakersfield and everybody and the cockroaches have cockroaches. It's like, what the fuck? Like pest control, I'm glad pest control is easily accessible here.
oh yeah, there are so many companies here. I work
I
for
love
years.
Every restaurant in Bakersfield has them. I'm telling you right now.
Every single one, yeah, literally everyone. It doesn't matter where you go.
Yeah, across the board. But I gotta say, I've got to pick the rat because I don't want to feel the bug on me while I'm sleeping. Like if I find it in there,
would you rather get in your ear?
I don't know. The place closed down since, so I can tell this story without them like getting in trouble because I like the service there. It's just the food shouldn't eat there. The Sizzlers, that was where the ice house was or is.
Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was eating a delicious steak there. Like it was a good steak, but then I lifted up and then underneath in like the juice of the steak was a bug. And I totally threw up. I got to the bathroom and I was like, nope. And I was like, oh my God, we'll comp your meal and here's a $25 gift card. I'm like,
why would I eat that? Oh my God.
It was in my fucking food. And I was like, God damn it. It was a really good steak until that point.
Oh my God.
Oh, I just threw up in my mouth a little. Ew.
You should. I threw up in the everywhere over there. Yeah. Now that I think about ratting in my food too, they're like, oh fuck, oh no.
So you get storage containers for your food.
Yeah.
I put cabinet doors open. Mostly everything goes in the fridge. Or I have like mason jars.
Mm-hmm. Those are awesome to have.
Yeah, flour, rice, all in the mason jars.
Yeah. Everything.
What do you call it? Real quick, I gotta put this comment on so you guys can see it. Richard.
I would find one of those in my bed every day.
I could live with that too. Yeah, that would be fine. Comparatively speaking. And then Sizzlers, they're bad everywhere. Plus, everybody from high school worked out one disgusting. They've been out of my area for many years. I think there's like one left in Bakersfield.
If I remember.
Yeah, on Mount Vernon. Oh no, there's two. There's Mount Vernon, and then there's Oak Street. Isn't there? Is it Oak in California?
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't been to a Sizzler since high school.
Or it might be Real in California. I'm not sure.
Something like that. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Thank you. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Y'all ready for some strange ass news? Not really strange. It's really fucking infuriating news. I'm mad. You gotta do it real hard because it's frustrating.
Oh. Dude, ah! They're like breaks.
Yeah, I know. So, okay, I don't give a shit if I say this bitch's name wrong because she's not even a person. She's fucking scum. But Epstein's bitch. That you know they found her ass.
Where?
Her ass has been sitting in Paris 5 minutes down the road from Epstein's multi-million-dollar apartment. She's been living in a luxury apartment in Paris this whole time, living her life, going to art galleries, going out to eat, going to pubs, doing all this other shit, just living her fucking life.
What a
bitch. Oh, bitch.
I think she is more guilty than he is for procuring all these freaking young girls.
Absolutely, and this is the kicker right here. All right.
Yeah.
So they found her not that long ago. I want to say maybe it was like a week or so, but 2 weeks prior, her lawyers. I had to write it down because I'd forget. Let's see. Her lawyers are asking federal judges to keep a few of her court records under seal, arguing that public interest in the documents is outweighed by privacy considerations and the potential impact a release of the documents could have on ongoing criminal investigations to alleged accomplices of Epstein. So basically, it's saying if some of this shit gets out, it's guaranteed she's gonna go to fucking jail.
Good.
But her lawyers are asking for these pieces to be sealed because of that.
No.
How is this right? How is this right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I want to know how it's legal. How is that legal?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, how is this right? Like, how are they able to get away with even having the balls to ask that? And then having the balls to say why publicly. And part of it was saying that they ask very personal, detailed questions about her sexual life, which, you know, she doesn't believe should be public knowledge because it can be used against her. And it's like, why? Because you like pedophiles and you like little girls too? Like your little freak ass boyfriend?
Yeah, that's weird. She wasn't innocent. She fucking joined in on that shit too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh my God. And you know, I haven't watched both of the I think there's two of the Filthy Rich on Netflix, of the Epstein documentary.
Okay.
I think there's two of them. It's that limited series or whatever on Epstein. And I was watching, I want to say I watched the first one, maybe half of the second one almost. And I want to say it was in the first one. One of the girls was saying that she was threatened that if she didn't keep her mouth shut, that there was going to be a voodoo priestess that was going to put a curse on her.
Weird.
I mean, she said a bunch of other stuff too, but that was kind of like shoved in there with it, and it kind of like put a halt in my brain, because it makes me go back to when we did like the Mothers of Darkness in the Belgian castle with Marina on top.
The spirit cooking lady, right?
Yes, the spirit lady, and how they're all tied into each other, and it's all pedophilia, and it's satanic rituals, and it's blood, and it's all this shit. And I don't know, it just sparked a whole bunch of different little places in my head that we've already been to. So yeah. So now I don't know. I'm wondering if that shit, how far up did they really know people, or how far up was he really connected with these people? You know, what does he know that the rest of us, are just dying or can't comprehend to understand?
Yeah. It's like pulling the thread on a sweater that's unraveling. Mm-hmm. Like, the more you tug on it, the more it starts to like fall apart.
Mm-hmm.
Stitch, like how everyone's getting away with this shit, and it'll eventually lead to like probably, well, I don't know, maybe.
Well, I mean, the whole Harvey Weinstein big deal that's coming out,
even bigger than him.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, even like the shit that's being put out and exposed in what increments it is now at this point, and then you hear shit like that, but it's like, whoa, like this shit, it really is that fucking deep. Like, holy shit. I don't know. I'm not stoned enough yet for this conversation. So
yeah,
that's my strange news segment of the night. Thank you guys. I'll be here next Thursday.
But that is super frustrating though, that they're not gonna. So does that just mean like, where do we stand?
System's fought off. The system's part of it.
But is she just got free then? Or like, is there nothing else to be done? Or are they still sifting through stuff in order to find her? Like, there's gotta
be something.
They're not gonna do shit. I think, didn't he leave her as the beneficiary or some shit for all his stuff? I think they transferred his shit out to the Cayman Islands so she'd be able to get some of it. But if she's got even 1/10 of the money and the power he was worth, she ain't going nowhere. Ain't nothing happening to her. And the thing is, they're blatantly putting it in our fucking faces. Like, oh, we're asking that these things be sealed because it's going to make her guilty for sure. It's being pushed in our face that this is happening.
Maybe if we get enough people pissed off about it, then the people will be like, hey, you can't let this shit go. Maybe the people putting this stuff out there want that to happen. I would think that hopefully something would come of it.
I would at least hope so, yeah.
Because if there's like or whatever, like, I will sign one for her.
Something. I mean, it's shitty and it's sad. I mean, I know this one just focuses on predominantly, exclusively females, but it happens to males too. It's just not right. It's just not fucking right. And it's not cool that they can sit there and blatantly put it in our faces. And what can we do about it? Nothing, because the people who are in charge can't even do shit about it. They're all bought off or killed or whatever, extorted.
Or if they do say anything, they're threatened, and they're afraid of losing their lives or their jobs or their family.
Exactly. Sorry, that was my deep ass rant. I won't do another one for like 3 weeks.
I'm right there with you, babe. It's fucking I can't.
I think it's important that we remember that kind of stuff, though. That's going on. I know there's a lot going on right now, but can't forget those things either,
Yeah.
It's like, Epstein killed himself. Corona. Destruction.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Corona on your face.
Your face. Well,
there's something we can giggle about for a moment.
Okay, cool.
All right, I didn't write it down, so I'm going to read it to you guys. This is from a Darwin Award book. I've mentioned it many times on the show. I love this book. So funny. All right, so December 19th, 1999 in New York. A man died after falling off the roof of a moving car. He was arguing with his girlfriend during a drive home for Christmas along Interstate 88. Although the vehicle was traveling in excess of 65 miles per hour in the midst of gale force winds, the man decided to exit the car onto the roof, presumably to escape from the fight. The luckless boyfriend fell to the ground, where he lay until paramedics rushed him to the hospital. He died the next day to head injuries, and the woman was charged with driving under the influence.
Oh my God. I have a quick question on that. Is a gale force faster and more fierce than a Karen force? Or I'm confused on how strong a gale force is. Is it a Karen? Is it a Janet? Is it a Becky?
Oh, I think, Peanut, are you wanting to weigh in on that? You look like you have something to say.
I mean, I want to say I heard gale force. Did I hear gale force?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I was making sure.
Gale force winds?
Gale force wind, yes. It's a nautical term.
It's a nautical term. Ooh.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming
Basically,
like
it's
sails
like
and shit.
Karen's mom.
Karen's mom.
Okay, cool. So it's stronger than a Karen. All right, cool. Okay, cool. Thanks, Peanut. Oh my gosh.
But really, you're gonna climb on top of the car to get out of a fight with your girlfriend? That's like, he was probably obviously drunk then, because if she was arrested or charged with being under the influence, I'm assuming he was drunk too.
It's probably because he's talking to Becky.
Becky with the good hair.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh my god!
He was like, "Bye, Felicia."
I just feel like he wasn't that into her, so like.
I know, if he's climbing on the roof of a car to get away from her, like, she was probably a cunt.
Maybe it wasn't meant to be. This wasn't true love.
Maybe he can name 10 things he hates about her.
Nice. Oh
he would have rather killed himself than be in the car with her any longer.
Then take a car trip. Not even like a couple more days with her. Just in the car. Nope, can't handle that.
Dropping him off, like, who knows?
Oh my gosh.
Do we have anyone in on our Would You Rather this evening?
It seems like Rat wins for the most part, but when where'd it go? When Richard put the whole roach on it. Oh my god. That's a different roach than I was thinking. I don't know. What if you set yourself on fire? I don't want that either.
Oh man. So just in case you guys don't know, tonight we're talking about out of place artifacts. And I really thought this was cool. I mean, I know they've kind of more or less debunked some of them, or they have their theories on how they, could have ended up there. But there are a lot of them they haven't really figured out where they could have come from. Whether it be their location or the time period or what the actual item is. Mm-hmm. But I think it's cool. Mysteries are fun. So.
Mysteries are fun. That should be on a shirt. Mysteries and then the letter R.
R fun. Write that down, Miguel.
Or
you're not writing it down, you.
I'm typing it. I'm typing things.
What an asshole. Anti-ways, Miguel. I'm sure I'm saying this wrong, but it's a Cambaro figures. In 1914, 32,000 tiny little dinosaur figurines were dug up in El Cambaro, Guanajuato, Mexico. No comprendo, Spencer. All of them were intact or they were cleanly broken. One piece they had dated back to 25,000 BCE, which would have been like dinosaur era, and they said that there's nothing in history that ever shown that dinosaurs and people existed at the same time. So yeah,
Stone then.
Humans wouldn't have survived, probably. I don't know.
If they didn't think we lived with dinosaurs, they need to watch the Flintstones again.
I know.
Video proof of us riding dinosaurs.
Live action.
Garbage disposals.
Yes.
They were backhoes.
Talking about Flintstones at the shop today. Different dinosaur movies.
And let me go to the comments real quick. Can Joe's wig be considered an artifact? No, it cannot be considered an artifact.
An place artifact? Absolutely. It's my hat, sir. It's not a wig.
That's exactly wrong.
How dare you?
How dare you? Good money for this hat.
Joe, I don't mean to make you feel bad, but I solved this one, by the way. Those are just a really elaborate marketing ploy for Jurassic World. That's all they were.
Is that what it was? You can get them at Universal?
They weren't even old, yeah. They were just straight up Jurassic World. Chris Pratt himself buried all of them. He did it himself. He went and started digging holes, put them in there. Like, oh man, I'm Star-Lord. Pew, pew, pew. That's what he did. He said that and everything.
Get out.
Okay. Miguel's high.
What? I'm not high, I'm hot, okay? It's very hot out here.
He's probably just loopy from being.
I'm
Are you suffering from a heat stroke, sir? Are you okay?
I'm a little loopy, all right? What do you call it? I'm running off very little sleep and a lot of exercise, and I don't like it. I don't like exercising.
You want it to be flipped.
But I don't know. Like, they look perfectly like dinosaurs that we would see like today, like our own rendition of them.
Mm-hmm.
And from when we first saw dinosaurs, like when we were kids,
Mm-hmm.
they changed till now. Like they found out new things, and they look way different than when I remember seeing what as a kid.
Uh-huh.
So where do we come up? Who came up with these ones versus, what's going on now? I'll put it on the screen one more time.
That was like Incan or Mayan sculpting stuff, though.
It does have like a resemblance to like old timey dragons, like from like yeah.
And it was found in Mexico.
Giant lizards. I don't know.
No,
Alligators?
That's basically all they are. Dinosaur, giant lizard, dragon, giant lizard. You're absolutely right. I don't know. That one, I gotta probably know more about it, like, to really give a guess. Cause I feel like it's so weird. It's so random. I've never seen this one before. This is a completely new one to me.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome. But yeah, little dinosaur guys. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let us know what you think about each of these. If you guys think you're bullshit or not.
2,000-year-old batteries. German archaeologist Wilhelm Koenig discovered these in Baghdad, Iraq in 1938, and they look like they were supposed to have produced at least more than 1 volt of energy. So I don't know. It's kind of
not very strong.
It doesn't look like a battery, but I guess for 2,000 years ago, it might have been. Who knows? I mean, it's kind of, I don't know. I think I read somewhere that the Egyptians had a form of had electricity or some shit.
Mm-hmm. Like the terracotta pots with the copper and stuff.
Yeah, so they probably figured it out, but then got wiped out, and then we had to relearn all that shit.
Yeah. I think that's all life is, or all humanity has been. Like, we get wiped out by something, and we have to start all over again from what we remembered from the last time.
Yeah.
Well, actually, in middle school, I remember seeing Mythbusters about this. And,
yeah, you were saying that earlier. Tell us about it.
And I actually, not only that, but then I did an experiment with this exact topic for a science fair. And I went ahead and I remade one as best I could with my dad. He helped me do this. And you can actually string them together to create a chain of batteries. I only made 2 of them, so I couldn't really get much charge out of it. It was basically 1 volt for the 2 of them together that I made because I didn't do a very good job as a kid. But one of the theories is that they used it so you could plate metals. Because, Egypt, if you look back in some of their stuff, they see really primitive forms of metal plating, like nickel plating or copper plating. And you need a very low current, but just enough current to do that technique. I can't remember everything particular, but that's exactly like one of the ideas that they had. Like, oh shit, maybe they were just using this really simplistic and very weak battery to string them along together, just enough to create these. I guess they weren't really just artwork, but they'd use them for other stuff too. If you plate something with nickel or with copper, it erodes a lot less than if you have bronze or iron.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it works. It absolutely works. Mm-hmm. And it was fascinating the first time I saw it, and it still like blows my mind that there was a battery before there was freaking a light bulb or
cool.
Candles.
You know, you can get energy, like you can literally get electricity from the air, but the government doesn't allow us to do that because they want you to pay for it through PG&E.
Yeah, we're not even allowed to have our own water.
Yeah,
rainwater.
That's so
cool. Water that comes out of the sky.
Yeah, that blows my mind to this day.
I might start doing that now, just to say fuck you. Get some water purifying tablets.
There you go.
Save them up so that I can water my plants.
Take that.
It doesn't rain enough here to get anything though. Shit.
Oh yeah, not during summer. You have to save up all the water during the winter time.
Yeah.
Spring.
There's a horror movie I want you guys to watch. It's more suspense and horror, like an end of the world kind of thing, called the and not End of Days. Maybe it is End of Days or The End of Us. And basically, like everyone in the world suffers from this thing, extreme agoraphobia. Like no one's willing to go outside.
Mm-hmm.
And
what
if you
like? No one wants to go outside right now.
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that connection. Oh, fuck.
Wear a mask. Don't go outside.
Yeah.
Wear a mask if you do go outside. Don't touch anything. Wash your hands.
I fucking hate those masks. I'm so tired of wearing those things. I don't want to go anywhere.
They're so hot. I feel bad for the people who have to wear them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I would hate it. I wouldn't be able to handle it.
It sucks.
It's no.
But I'm sorry. They had a scene in that where like everyone's stuck inside, so all the power plants, all the running water turns off, and everybody in this big apartment that won't leave, an apartment complex, breaks all their windows when it starts raining so they can fill up whatever they have. And it's such like it's almost like a heartwarming scene because everybody wants the same thing and everyone's celebrating together that they're getting rainwater.
That's
and like
so
something
weird, though. Where do they shit? And where do they put it?
They just kept throwing it outside, I guess, because they were stuck indoors for like 6 months throughout the movie.
Jesus.
Minimum.
Where do they put all your caca? Like, do you have one designated person to like brave the outside and dig holes and bury it, or what? Like,
they don't go outside.
Everybody shit in one apartment. You just go in there, pull your pants down, and get out.
Yeah. The designated shit apartment. Apartment number 2.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Richard knows how it feels. It's now mandatory in his county to have to wear the masks.
It's statewide, supposedly now. Statewide, yeah. But I don't know.
Gavin Newsom is not allowed to take laws right now.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I don't
know. Sorry, God.
People that don't wear them are selfish assholes.
Yeah.
I get.
My grandma is fuck. How old is my grandma? 93, 92. She don't wear a mask. She's like, I'm not worried about it.
She's like, let him take me.
Yeah. And then she forgets 5 minutes later why everyone's wearing a mask. Oh. The kill.
She's taking a stand against the mask, but she forgets why they're having masks in the first place. Like, you can't tell me what to do. What are you doing over there?
I'm glad you liked my story, Miguel.
Oh my god! If my grandma was still around, she'd be smoking through her mask. She'd be having packs of cigarettes with one little hole through it, just so she could smoke. Oh, COVID's bad for you. Another cigarette. Another cigarette.
Right? I'm like, you know what? Okay, just put that hole in my throat. That way I can just bypass the mask altogether.
There you go.
If you have one of those holes, do you have to wear a neck mask?
Oh, that's a good
A bandana, like the way they do on dogs after they've been groomed. Like, dude.
I'm just thinking of Deuce Bigelow when he goes on the date with that chick with the, and she's like drinking the soup and he goes.
I feel so. Oh my god.
Oh, we're getting canceled real quick.
Oh my god. That was a little girl. Oh my god. Oh.
We're going to hell, bro.
Oh my god.
I'd love.
Were you guys not already on the list too?
That's the last group of people you can make fun of, cigarette smokers. Everybody else you can't touch, or else you'll have a hate crime or something.
You guys get a pass because I'm the smoker, so you guys get that pass. Say all the shit you want.
Hey, I smoked for 10 years, and sometimes at parties.
So there we go. We're exempt.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, but I quit buying cigarettes, and I only smoke if I'm out and really drunk.
You know what? You're not alone. I've done the same thing. The only time I've ever had cigarettes is if I'm super drunk, and that's about it. Yeah.
Which for me hasn't been in a while. That's okay. All right. Do you have another one, Miss Joe?
I do. This one is called the Kensington Runestone. It is a 202-pound slab of greywick covered in ruins. It was discovered by a Swedish immigrant in 1898 in Salem, Minnesota. And let's see, let me pull up the writing real quick because it was a lot. And I was like, I'm not doing all that. Anyway, they found it under a tree. Like there had been like stuff that had grown around it. And I guess it was from somewhere around the Viking era.
It looks like it, for sure.
Yeah, they're like, how did it end up in Minnesota? Like, was there trade that was happening, or I don't know. They just,
with Native Americans, possibly.
Maybe. Oh, wait. Sorry. Okay, it says roughly it translates, says 8 Geats and 22 Norwegians on acquisition expedition from Vinland far west. We had traps by 2 shelters, 1 day's travel to the north from this stone. We were fishing one day. After we came home, found 10 men red with blood and dead. AVM, which means Ave Maria, delivered from Eeples. And then the another part of it says, another have 10 men at the island sea to look after our ships 14 days travel from the wealth poverty. Year of our Lord 1362.
Holy shit.
So it must have been after Catholicism was like slowly kind of traveling to the Netherlands.
Something.
Yeah, very true, yeah.
In Germany and over that way.
Us Catholics get around a lot, all right?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, it says that it does appear to have authentic glacier marks, which are 1,000 years older than the carvings supposedly are. So, yeah.
Where did you say they found it again?
They don't know how it got there. They don't know why it's there.
They found it
in Minnesota.
There you go.
Minnesota. So
In
Minnesota Vikings, perhaps?
Oh, dear.
Connection made. There you go. It was a bunch of people.
Miguel has cracked the fucking case. This is what we pay you for, Miguel.
It's because the Vikings came there, and yeah.
But the story it tells on there reminds me a lot of Roanoke. Yeah. Oh shit. So everyone's just getting murdered everywhere and leaving notes behind. That's terrifying. That's great. Okay, real quick. Lauren, go for first. If you saw a bunch of people murdered and you had to leave a note, what would it say?
I didn't do it.
I'd write Miguel was here.
Yeah, high five. Virtual high five.
We're at our last minute, and you guys are blaming me for murders, so y'all can kiss my butt.
But this is what we pay you for.
Hey, last minute, I still have 2 more.
Do you guys want to do a 2-parter for this? Oh, excuse me. Oh gosh, dang.
Oh my God! So he's trying to leave again.
Yeah.
That actually is an alarm for something else. So don't worry. It's not.
It's poop alarm.
Are you busy?
No. That's actually for me to stop doing something. Gosh dang. All right, I'll just tell you. I'm doing the intermittent fasting thing. Okay. I can't eat.
Oh, so he has to go so he can eat. That's why he's hungry.
So you can eat now?
No, I can't eat now.
Oh, you're done.
Oh.
Yeah, done for the day.
I was hoping that we'd be done so you could go snack.
No. It's just I forgot to turn that alarm off because I end the exact time we usually end the show. So I was going to turn the alarm off so it didn't bother us. And then I fucked up. I forgot. I'm sorry.
He's like, you bitches shut up so I could eat. Damn it, I missed it.
That's gonna be my note I leave when I see people dead. Miguel's still hungry. These fuckers died.
No food for you. No food for you.
Oh. But yeah,
then you'd probably see limbs missing. If you didn't, somebody would be so hungry that they murdered people and stole their body parts for food.
Hangers.
That we've got to talk about the Donner Party for that because that's exactly what happened. There was a couple people. 2 people for sure they know were killed to eat, and 2 people they said died, and then they ate them.
Yeah,
so we gotta cover that.
Let's not eat during that one though.
All right. We haven't done it since you hated it so much. I'm sorry.
Oh man, I've never. You know what?
I thought it was good marketing. I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to gross you.
No, it's cool.
Like,
I never
smell of this meat.
Dude, I never tripped out like that before. Like, I am affected by that now. I got PTSD and shit.
Dude.
I need some disability. I can't leave my house. I don't want to wear a mask. My Cheez-Its are getting stale. My whole fucking world is caving in on me right now. No, I can't do that. That was that was something different.
All right, fine. Maybe we can. Let's see. Maybe we can carve something. Maybe that might be better.
Cool.
We can do meatloaf sculpting. We can do meatloaf sculpting, and then when we're done and we bake them, we take pictures of them and put them on Instagram.
Yes, I'm down with that. Let's watch this episode later and remind ourselves to do it.
Yeah.
I'm writing that down real quick.
Yeah.
Oh my God! All right.
Rockwall, Texas. Farmers discovered Rockwall.
Which one? I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you. One more time. What was the
Rockwall? The Rock. Are you fucking with me? I swear.
No, there we go.
Oh my God.
I
was trying, I swear.
He's getting skinny.
I literally didn't know if you were messing with me.
That was 100% my bad.
It would have. You should have just said you were fucking with me. All right. Farmers discovered a 200,000 to 400,000 year old wall. They were just digging. And they found this. People have been contemplating whether or not it was actually built by someone, or if the rocks just formed that way. I'm probably gonna butcher his name, but Dr. John Geisman. I don't know. It looks German. He was on the History Channel, and he was basically saying how they formed on their own, but an archaeologist and a Harvard architect, James Shelton and John Lindsay, were looking at it and basically saying that it looks like in other spots there are archways and little squares that hollowed out that look like windows. So it's possible that it was built there. I mean, obviously, you know, the earth changes. Things have been buried underground, you know. So there could have been like a whole fucking like city or, you know, like a whole town or whatever underneath the ground in Texas.
What? Kind of like Angel Island. Ooh. Angel Island? Yeah, Angel Island or Alcatraz, where they used, I think it was Alcatraz, where it used to be a military base and then they just kind of built over it. Or there was some, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I know I'm fucking it up, but it's kind of like that, I guess. I smoked a lot of weed when that photo was up.
What's that, Miguel?
Why would they think it was naturally occurring? Like, what was the reasoning behind that one?
I don't know. It was the doctor on the History Channel.
That's so weird. Although I literally just saw this, like it was just a random.
Because sometimes maybe if there's like a water pattern, maybe, or that's not what I read or heard or anything. I'm just my speculation. I don't know. I don't know shit about her, but I'll throw my dumb opinion out there.
No, I get what you're saying because
been like a wind pattern or a water pattern, or maybe like the ground cracked a certain way. But I don't know. It mostly looks like it was built by somebody. So I don't know. Who knows?
No, I was this little podcast I was listening to about this grasshopper that you can't tell by looking at it, but if you go to the microscopic level of its legs, it actually has the gears that resemble a machine that link together to help it spring.
Oh,
it's a gear. So the fact that if that can happen to an insect, a living creature, I don't see why it couldn't be a wall happening naturally. Just at least the structure of it.
That's true. Also, vibrations make shapes, so it could have maybe been an earthquake or something too. Who knows?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen those videos where they put sand on something and then they play like music? Or
on the base.
Yeah, and it shows the patterns it makes. So I don't know, maybe something like that too. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe something crazy happened in Texas back then. Who knows?
It is Texas, so it could be crazy.
I don't know. We have Texan fans. Don't let me speculate. Like, you live there. Tell us.
Anyone in Texas, your walls magically come out of the ground? Let us know.
What is that clicking sound? Do you guys hear that?
I'm not hearing anything.
No. Maybe. Weird. Okay. Maybe it's my computer. No, it's me. What is going on?
I don't know. Vincent McGill. He thinks he's all that because he's getting skinny and shit. You ain't all that.
I know, what the fuck, man? You ain't shit. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you need to stop, Miguel, because pretty soon I'm going to be the fat one of the group. Please stop.
That's not true.
I would like to be able to fit into my large shirts again. That would be cool.
Frankie's losing weight too.
He is. Oh my god.
Motherfucker.
You guys are doing great. I was like trying to be nice to Miguel. Give him a little boost. Talk shit about Frankie.
Yeah, he's watching this right now.
He shows up for the show.
That needs to be a shirt you need to have, Miguel. It says "fuck Frankie" on it. I want one too, though. Fuck Frankie.
do I get one?
I'm not gonna put those in the store. I'm just gonna print them out for us.
Should do like the Alfred Hitchcock silhouette of Frank, and then put Fuck Frankie on it. You know what I'm saying? Like the cigar with the Alfred Hitchcock silhouette. Fuck Frankie.
Like it. I like it.
I'd be down. I'd be down to wear that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. All right, guys. I am sweating my balls off. I gotta get ready for work.
No, it's hot. I'm sorry. And I'm
I'm
sorry.
hungry.
I'm so burnt and so embarrassed. I'm sorry.
I'm super. I want to do some more topics, or I want to do some more digging into some of these that we covered, because the wall one is getting me very like curious to see a little more on how they could have seen that naturally. I would love to talk more about that.
Maybe I'll look up some of the history in Texas and find out what's going on.
I would love that, yeah, and I would love to hear more about the dinosaur figurine ones, because they look so much like what I remember as a freaking childhood. That there's just something weird about that one. Those two right there are really bugging me. Like, I want more answers. So I think we got to go deeper.
Probably. That's what she said.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us. Make sure to like and subscribe Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We also have a merch store you can check out. Miguel, tell them about that merch store.
Yeah,
check out the merch store. Gin at launchcart.com. That's everything you're going to want for Girls Gore and Gin on there. There will be more stuff happening very shortly. I think I've worked out all the kinks. I apologize for the first people who were trying to get on there, but I ordered something myself off there just to make sure, and it worked from.
I made a post and then the link was broken, so I fixed that post. So sorry, guys. That was my bad.
No, not your fault. It was just, I think I messed up putting the site up somehow, and you know what? But we're working out. It's working.
Yeah.
So.
Lauren, tell them about Instagram.
Oh yeah, Instagram. It's at Girls Gore and Gin. Just like this title. We're at Girls Gore and Gin everywhere. So we post stuff pretty much every once in a while. As long as I get them. We're gonna be doing some photo shoots hopefully soon. There's content on there that you guys won't see on Facebook. So mostly pictures and memes. Well, Joe posts really awesome fucking memes. And our group, School for Girls Gore and Gin. But yeah, I post some fire memes on Instagram too. So check it out, everybody.
I love it.
All right, guys. See y'all next week.
Yeah.
See y'all next week.
See you guys next week. Thank you. Bye.